The first rule of Kumite: do not talk about Kumite. Unless, of course, you want to talk about Kumite, because then it's totally fine. It just really depends on the person. Doesn't seem to be any real rules there at all. We saw Bloodsport, so you know what that means.
Schwarzenegger grow a baby in his belly, rock a rhinestone vest while whipping Justin to Kelly, or maybe see a burlesque show with Nick Crow and take a bubble speed to hitting cruise control. J-Man, Big Paul in the beautiful June, gonna take you from the goob all the way to the room. Ran the games of Street Fighter, helped to blow off steam, just a sucker punch the odd life of Timothy Green. Sharknado to Birdemic, how we staying alive. They call it in the badass and he's on the line, cranking 88 minutes cause they cool as ice, cause a bad Jim Barney looking kinda nice. Paul and June getting literal, Jason is getting laid. June is making sure all the monkey shots getting paid. They judge a bunch of movies while they're making the grade. Here's a real question for you: how did this get made?
Hello, people of Earth!
That's a good look.
And hello, people of Los Angeles! We are here live at Largo, our LA home. Kumite! Kumite! To bring you a show, an underground show, a podcasting show. Please welcome my co-host, Jason Mantzoukas.
What's up, jerks? Should I go here?
You can go wherever you want.
Oh, boy,
we
this is gonna
are
be weird,
sadly
though.
missing June tonight due to a family emergency. She was called away at the last second, but we have an amazing guest. You know her from Girl Code and also the brand new Fox show Party Over Here. Please welcome Nicole Byer. Kumite, Kumite, Kumite,
Kumite, Kumite, Kumite, Kumite.
By the
This
way,
podcast ends in a death.
I feel like everyone all the time should be brought in with Kumite.
Yeah, it felt very good. I was like, should I high kick? But I didn't.
I thought about it and was genuinely like, oh no, I'll hurt myself.
Yeah.
By the way, the one thing I will say, this is the third time we have visited a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, and I will say,
And I won't. And if we did 3 more, happy. Because
all in.
I'll go on record as saying this movie is fucking awesome.
I 100% agree.
I loved it. Also, he was so fuckable.
Oh, yeah.
He was so sexy, and every time his eyes just were dead, I was like, yes. I love this.
He is, like, I would argue, and this is the thing, like, we have seen him at different points in his career on this show. But this is the most pristine, angelic,
He is,
Yes.
like,
if I may, absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
I looked at his, like, because of course you see his ass, right? That's a staple of a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Buns. There's some juicy buns in this movie before he wraps them up in some tidy maroonies.
He literally pulls down the underpants to then put them back on.
I mean, guess what? When you're putting briefs on, you don't have to double dip because once they're on, they're on. Like, you didn't do it wrong. Like, oops, nope, no,
He
no,
was
it's okay.
giving
It's
us
almost
a little
like-
treat.
It's like the front latches first, and then he had to come back for the back.
The
If you
back
go-
latch?
The back latch. If you go to moviebitches.com, you will see a collection of Jean-Claude Van Damme's buns, which this audience will see in just a little bit.
Ooh. Guys, these are grade A buns.
Just before we start talking about this, because this movie, while awesome, there are some questions that need to be answered. Some things that are a little
I can't think of one. It all adds up.
A couple things you should know, which I never knew. This is truly based on a real man.
When that happened at the end of the movie and the thing came up and said it was based on a real life story, I came. I was like, what? Like, if you had put the same title card up at the end of Lake Placid, I would have believed it more.
This man, his name is obviously
Frank Dux.
Frank Dux.
Yeah. Who?
Dukes or Dukes?
Dukes.
And well, funny thing about him is that, well, a couple things. One, people think he's full of shit, and then and that this never happened, and it's all a lie.
Ooh, I love that.
And then he disagrees with them, and as a matter of fact, if you've been following around the show, we have Blake Harris. He is an oral historian of the film. He got Frank Dux to talk, and he got him for an epic.
Hey, everybody relax. There was like a low rumble. There was like one for real guy that was like, oh.
He got him.
I would love it if there was just a straight up monster in the crowd. Just like a universal monster from the old days.
Just
podcasts make me mad.
He had an epic 3-hour interview with him, and he'll finally set the story straight.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Oh, poor Blake Harris.
One of the things that he did tell him, and this is part of it, he goes, that Jean-Claude and him kind of got into it one time. And he said, hey, look, if you want to fight me, meet me on the roof. And so Jean-Claude and Frank Dux went up to like a roof like 60 feet above the city, I guess. And
is it where at the end of the movie Jean-Claude is like stretching on the altar?
I believe it must be that place. And he said that basically like Jean-Claude like wimped out and brought like 3 of his friends. And then he like did this amazing full rotation kick and then stared him down. And then he said, I could see Jean-Claude's heart beating in his chest. And he's like, all right, you're a good man. I'm into you. And then Jean-Claude left.
And then they fucked? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
This is the man that could have beat Jean-Claude Van Damme in real life. He actually also trained Jean-Claude Van Damme for this movie. And Jean-Claude Van Damme said it was the hardest training he's ever done. Because Frank was like, you're not ready to be in a fictionalized version of my life.
That's diabolic. Like, you're not ready to be me. I love that.
That obviously, you can go off and research, but let's talk about the movie. The movie itself.
Ooh, wait. I truly loved it.
Yeah.
All of the splits, there were so many splits.
He does the splits 7 times.
Oh, you counted?
I did.
Man.
I would have happily taken 7 more. It would never have gotten old.
If you can do them,
going straight to the ground.
Just do them.
Can anyone do them in the audience? Anyone think they can do it?
Can anybody just get straight to it? Back row, bring it up right here. Let's go.
All right, come up here.
I know.
Come up here.
I see you pointing.
Yeah, please.
Come up here. You're allowed to come on stage.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. He goes, not in these pants.
Take them off.
Take them off.
Take them off.
Take them off. Take them off. Take them off.
Kumite. His pants are off, baby. His pants are off. His pants are on. His pants are on.
All right. Here we go. Here we go.
He says, hold his cell phone. His shoes are coming off. He's wearing a Kumite. Kumite. Rotation! Holy shit! Wow.
That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That was amazing.
This
That was
guy
amazing.
gets it.
That was perfect.
Amazing. And for that, I'm going to give you a bumper sticker that says, more Joan Allen ass. I want to see it. Wow. The show is off to an epic start.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I got out of bed.
If you are listening to the podcast, go fuck yourself.
I wanted to just, the one thing that jumped out at me right away was it just said screenplay or story by Sheldon Lettich. And that name just felt like not the guy to bring the Kumite story to the screen. Like, oh, I got this movie and it's about this karate guy and he's really crazy.
I love that you're saying.
Like, I don't know why, like, it's just all like, ooh, I got it.
Oh, you know what we need? We need a scene where the guy can like take him and punch him and like probably kill the guy. Sheldon, what do you got?
Yeah, you know, he just gets in there and he hits him real hard in the balls.
There's a lot of nut punches. Many more so than I would have thought from people. Why do they get, I guess it's like full, they keep reminding you, guess what? This is full contact.
Yeah.
No doy on that, but
It doesn't look
does that
more
mean
intense
cheating?
than a UFC fight, though, at this point.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, that drop split into the nut punch, that was great.
I would love to see that happen
Right?
real.
You'd be like, uh-oh.
Ooh, how about this? Does anybody here have the fetish where they like to be punched in the nuts? Because we can get that guy and make it happen at the end of the show.
You stand at top, he'll go down below, poof.
Think about it, fetish weirdos.
By the way, that gentleman, we don't know his name, but he got down pretty quickly into the split. Jean-Claude does it very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very fast.
And that is a... I mean, look, yeah, I would do it 1,000,000 times a day if you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the guy's never fucking wearing pants either, because the one skill that he has is you have to kind of be pantsless.
Yeah,
Like,
also, if I had those buns, I'd be pantsless all the time.
They're as soft as a baby. I looked at him and I looked at his buns. I was like,
And you
it
have
looks
a
like-
baby.
I have a. That's why I said, I was like,
Fresh from a lady baby buns. Can't get enough of them. Delicious.
and also the thing that I feel like worthy of talking about is, and I know this is an era of film where, you know, Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude, they make no attempt to explain that they're not American. They are just like the most American. Like more American than anyone that you could picture, than any country western star. They're like, no justification of the accent, never.
Yes, no, there is.
What does he say?
There is.
Wait, is there?
It's in the flashback.
Okay.
When he's that little
the
boy who can
90-minute
barely
flashback?
speak.
Yes, the flashback, which lasts the first act, that he has in flashbacks where he's like, looks scared, and it's like, whoa, and it like goes back into his head. Anyway, it is when he's a kid and his parents are meeting with the other parents, and he's like,
Martial law.
You came to America to have a better life for your son, or to do wine. Right? To work with grapes or whatever.
Right. Yes.
I came to America for this, that, and the other reason. Like, these are what we're growing is roots. We're growing sons, blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
think I do have it here because I pulled it because of the term martial science.
Yes. And I hope you also pulled it for this kid's acting.
You know what?
They auditioned everybody to play young Jean-Claude Van Damme. And this is where they came up with, and we're like, yep, we got it.
Well, like, you know what? Let's just get into the younger Van Damme's voice, because younger Van Damme's voice, it's better than any martial law. Here, this is young Van Damme in the first act, which is kind of like a Karate Kid in 5 minutes.
Yes.
So here we go.
Karate Kid with no wisdom.
You cannot get katana sword by stealing. It is a very special sword. You must earn it.
I wasn't going to steal it.
He cuts the brim off his hat.
You didn't flinch. You have fighting spirit. Not if we make a deal.
What kind of a deal?
That's Jean-Claude Van Damme. What we're meant to understand is that grows into the most beautiful man in the world.
This kid who looks like he was maybe rejected for being a little too old to play Elliot in the E.T. movie grows up
Slash
to
this
be...
kid who was like delivering sandwiches to the set, and they were like, that kid, let's get him in.
He can't act, don't worry. We'll just replace his voice all in post.
It is wild, these
Because
flashbacks.
is that his... I mean, I know
they're
I'm
great.
obsessed with this stuff, but is that his voice? I can't tell if this whole movie was done like an old...
Well, a ton of it is ADR.
Yeah, right? No one's speaking... Everything they used was inaudible, I feel like. Like, what? We need microphones for it? Shit. All right. We'll do it later.
Oh, God, this is the first I'm hearing of a sound department.
So, obviously, Jean-Claude, he learns with this master who is, I don't even really understand what's going on here, because, like, he's kind of there to protect his son.
So he's training his son, and he brings Jean-Claude Van Damme to fight his son.
To
so
be
I
like
guess,
a punching
like
bag,
his
like a
sparring
human
partner.
punching bag.
essentially, so he could like stand back and be like, oh yeah, and then the kid gets beat up, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme helps him, and then he's like, okay, I guess we could be equals.
And then the kid dies?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't know why.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're never told
We
why.
just cut straight to like a picture of the dead son, and
Over the sword.
Yep.
But then later you see the sword with no picture.
Yep.
So it's like, they go like, oh yeah, now we're done.
now we're over.
Put it away. We're done with
Done
this.
with that one.
Yeah, this picture of our dead son's really bumming me out every time I want to look at my sword, all I see is my dead son. Let's hide that picture. I want to love this sword more. But then Jean-Claude Van Damme, young Jean-Claude Van Damme, pleads with the Mr. Miyagi kind of character to train him as if he was his son, which he does.
Oh yeah, he does.
And it is straight up torture.
Yes.
Like Mr. Miyagi, like, is teaching lessons and doing things. Like, this guy is just kicking the ever-living
Yeah.
shit out
It's
of him.
just like it's a montage in which each one is like, now he is just beaten with a stick.
They literally put him, like we were describing, like a Stretch Armstrong. Like, they grab him from every part of his body and just pull him in different directions.
And then he like makes it tighter, and then looser, and then tighter, and then ties it up, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme is like, I will rise above, and then breaks it.
But I don't even understand, what is that teaching him? Like, what muscle is that working? Like, if you ever get, like, drawn and quartered, you could come back?
I guess if 4 guys are pulling you apart, spread eagle, you'll escape it.
Now let's get into that. No, I felt like tons of the training was just like how to take a beating.
Yeah.
It was like preparing him for some of the just utter punishment that he would take at the hands of stronger people.
But you guys, it came in handy in the end when he got salted.
Yep.
He knew how to like do shit without his eyeballs.
Absolutely.
The blind, yeah, that was like very much like the wax on, wax off.
Yep.
You know, he had his, what if I'm blind? And he learned the art of being blind by serving tea. Beautifully executed.
Do a blindfolded tea
By
party.
the way, I think I could do that tea pretty flawlessly with zero training.
Yeah. Especially if it was at a house I was familiar with.
Yeah.
At a table I'd sat at before, I bet I could do blindfolded tea.
The thing about that house was it seemed like it was in a residential neighborhood.
Yep, sure did.
So I just want to see like the neighbors, like the Wilson from Home Improvement of like, what the fuck is going on? Wait a second.
What are you building over there? What are you building? What is that? Some sort of sexual torture device? What are you doing? You gonna put that kid from town in it? That's not your son? Who's at your house every day? You gonna put him in this weird thing? Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, Mr. Tanaka's just beating the shit out of that weird French kid again. How you doing, Mr. Tanaka?
I don't know. I think Tanaka might be blaming the French kid for his son's death. All I do is see him beating the shit out of the kid every day. They're involved in something mixed up. I would love to be that. I'd love to make a movie that is just that neighbor's story. Like
just
a movie
watch.
that is this movie adjacent.
Just the beginning of it, just seeing what's going on, the private investigators coming to the house. And then we get...
Oh, I have a question though, because while we're still at the relative beginning, is he in the army?
Yeah.
What is
I
what's
believe
he
we're
up
to believe that he is... this is what I'm putting it together from a little bit of that I know of Frank Dux and this. He is an elite CIA operative that they are training to be a killing machine.
What? No, that was never explained.
It was never explained. Frank,
Now, is this at all related to the character that he plays in Street Fighter?
It would seem so.
I mean, like, I feel like both would wear a beret.
According to Wikipedia, yes.
Nice.
That character is based, or Street Fighter is based on that character.
Really?
That's what Wikipedia said.
Amazing.
I mean, you would argue that every character, they say like Quentin Tarantino, all the characters are related in one big universe. I would argue that every character Jean-Claude Van Damme plays is related to the Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Or it's just the same person and he's not even doing a character.
He just has a thing that he goes, yeah, there's no character. Frank Dux. But yeah, he seemed to be like left alone on the army base, by himself on the army base. They were very, I mean, they wouldn't be going after one guy who's AWOL. Like, I feel like they would, like...
No, they chase him across the world.
And seemingly don't ever have stop him.
No.
They know the hotel he's staying in. They know where Kumite is. Like, they could easily stop him numerous times.
No, they sit down and watch the fight.
Yes, they cheer.
Yeah, they cheer.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't do anything to stop it.
Which
they were
also
like,
brings
all
me to
right.
the whole idea, and we'll get to this eventually too, but of Kumite, I thought it was super secret. These fucking FBI agents like walk in like, oh, do we have a seat in the front row?
Also, everybody, the journalist woman can't get anybody to tell her where Kumite is.
No.
Like, everybody's like, Kumite? Haha, nice try. But there are conservatively, like, 500 spectators at Kumite.
And I thought...
It's a large venue. And there are just very ordinary people there. There are, like, everybody's just like, oh, yeah, you going to Kumite tonight? Definitely. See you there.
But
Kumite.
you saw where Kumite was. They had to walk through, like, the streets of Agrabah to get to it. Like, weird tarps hanging.
No, I agree. It looked like the sets from Gymkhana.
But like Kumite also believed in the way it was like position was like, this is a fight for fighters to watch fighters. But then you get there and people are fucking betting. It looks like there's a big party going on. It wasn't like an elite group of people. It looked like scumbags that you would see.
Yeah, the most basic of basic people are just like, hello.
Yeah, it didn't even seem like you need to. Well, only one guy shows up in a suit. Like that one guy's like, I'm a fancy man. But like you would think everyone would be fancy men. No.
You would think everyone would be fancy men?
Well,
I just want to
in
make sure we
general.
don't just run right past.
No,
So you think Kumite is like everybody puts on their fineries and goes to Kumite?
I think that the way that it was positioned, like this is an elite thing, the best of the best. Like people put on nice suits to go watch a boxing match, which is on pay-per-view in public. Like,
People go dress up to go to the Magic Castle. So like,
it is required though.
okay.
I wish there was more Bloodsport at Magic Castle. I would like to be at Magic Castle and have the whole crowd just start going, Kumite, Kumite, and have two magicians be like, we have to fight each other now.
Just throwing cards at each other's necks.
With close-up magic.
I would say not since the Fred Savage Nintendo movie The Wizard have I watched two men play video games for about a minute.
A full scene. I paused and I was like, really? What did I just fucking watch?
And a shitty video game. It's not like one of those times where like they get into the movies like, oh, this is a video game that doesn't exist. It's like, no, this exists.
It's just
and it's kind of shitty.
and it is mind-blowingly boring to watch two, and they're grown men.
And their conversation is boring. It's like, you're good at this. And he's like, yep. And that's it.
Did the sensei teach them the art of video game? Because it was like, he was like, oh, I am good. Like, how would you be, how would your training equate to button pushing? Like, it's like, oh, and you'll also be very good at Miss Pac-Man.
And it's also, that's the thing. It's like, it is a, what game is it, nerds? Super karate.
Real specific.
There was nothing super about the karate that was happening in the game, but I was like, of course it has to be a game in which they're fighting. Wouldn't it have been so much better if it was like Centipede?
Yeah.
And they're like, with the roller track. That would have made me much happier, or like Joust. Where you ride an ostrich around and knock soldiers off large eagles and make them lay eggs, which you collect. Also known as the game Joust. My favorite.
Is that a real
video
game?
Oh yeah, it is a real game.
Oh yes.
Never in my life heard of that.
Joust and Dig Dug.
Dig Dug, Dig Dug. Oh, you have to blow up these ghosts. It's like reverse Pac-Man.
It's like you have to build tunnels underground. Oh God,
so
man.
You're basically making the Pac-Man maze.
You have missed everything.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll go home and download it.
Yeah. Wait, can you? I wonder
don't
if
know.
you can
You can binge watch all of Dig
If
Dug.
I can download Joust, game over life.
Oh, by the way, you could download Joust.
You think?
I think it would be almost comically easy. I think you could. I think you could download Joust on a flip phone.
Really? Fuck. I'm gonna get a flip phone and download Joust. My night just got rad.
But the video game introduces to me my favorite character in the whole fucking movie.
Oh boy, what was his name?
Jackson?
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson.
Jackson! I killed him! I killed him, yeah!
That was
This
so
guy-
sad. It was like, get back in there.
What are you doing?
No recognizable martial art
Nope.
that I could tell.
Or fighting. Also no fighting skills.
He's like the Kimbo Slice of this tournament. How did he get in?
Yep.
Meanwhile, like Jean-Claude gets there and they're like, how do we know that you're
Yeah.
part of this house? Break these bricks. It's like him, like, yep, you're in, dude. Wearing your Harley Davidson shirt, get in there. What the fuck are you waiting by the door for? Go.
Exactly. You seem to have to be like somebody important to get into the Kumite unless you're Roy Jackson. Roy or Ray?
Ray.
Ray?
I think.
He can just
You know what it is?
wander right in.
The judges were big fans of Revenge of the Nerds. So they're like, go, get in there. Yeah, he gets in there, and I mean, he's just a mess. He's a mess of a mess.
He also has like a Jerry curl. Like he just didn't look good.
I thought they were originally going to be enemies because you first see him being like really rude to a woman on the bus that they're on, and JCVD is like clocks it like, I don't like that guy. He's a creep, you know. And then they play video games, and he's like, I like this guy. He lets me beat him and is still cool about it. And then they're bros. Then they are literally best friends. And Ray Jackson sits in the stands and is like, yeah, that's my guy. That's my friend. He broke a world record.
90% of this movie's dialogue is exposition. Just telling you as the audience what
There
you
is
just
an
saw.
entire
You
character.
beat him! You hit him with your fist! He's wearing a red jacket, you're wearing a black one!
There's a character whose only job is to jump in from the side of the screen to explain what's happening now.
Literally, Ray Jackson has my favorite line in the movie. He goes, oh, that's why they call it Bloodsport.
Yes.
Because someone got a little bit of blood.
bloody nose.
And that's why
there
they-
wasn't very much blood.
Yeah, I was like, that's boxing. That really isn't worse than boxing.
The villain of the movie is just the guy that always wins, named Chung Lee. He is like the baddest of badasses, and he's like represented accordingly. Like every fight he gets in, he toys with people, blah blah blah. And my favorite is Ray Jackson's first match. He knocks his guy out, walks out, and goes up to Chung Lee. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you!" I was like, this guy's coming in hot. Chung Lee is a legit badass, and this dude is not.
By the way, just so in case you're wondering where they find this guy, he was Mr. Asia. And that's how they got him. And there was no stunt people used in this movie. So everyone is really fighting.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing about this movie. Like, zero stunt people. Everyone had to do their own stuff. So that's what you see is what you get. And I think that's why that one guy who seemingly is the only actor, Ray Jackson, the Revenge of the Nerds guy, has no discernible fighting technique. While Jean-Claude is out for 3 months working with Frank Dux, he's just drinking beers and just going like, yeah! It seemed like his big movement was just to push people off the white stage. Like, that was basically it. Like, because that was winning, too.
Yeah, if you push them out of the ring or whatever.
The guy that was my favorite, and it's hard to, I can describe for the audience better, but he kind of had his hands out like,
up here?
Like, he looked like he's like sleeping. Like, he's like almost like a sleeping, like
I believe you're
Frankenstein.
describing Paco.
Yeah, Paco. But Paco is actually a Muay Thai kickboxer. He's one of the most...
I will say, I'm not surprised to hear that all the stunts, there were no stuntmen, because I felt like all those fighters looked legitimately like they were doing all the fighting, and it looked cool. Like, all the fight stuff I was super into and was terrific.
Yeah,
I would have liked much more.
Yeah, the fighting, what'd you think of the fighting? You like
I
it?
loved the fighting, but the thing I loved the most was when that guy got his gold tooth knocked out, and that little man was just like...
The most conspicuous janitor of all time. Like, you know in cartoons they show you thought bubbles? This guy articulated that without ever seeing a thought bubble. I saw everything that went in his head in real time.
I want to know where he went. Like, where's his, story? I want to know.
He stole the gold tooth, then checked it. He'd be like, I'm not just going to take a fucking... Yeah, it's gold. All right, now I'll pocket it. Do that shit at home. Steal it real quick and then do it.
But to his credit, kind of steals the movie. He's like, oh, all I get to do in this movie is steal a gold tooth. Oh, I'm gonna make a meal out of this. This is gonna be the longest little drama you've ever seen.
Do we even want to touch on the fact that Forrest Whitaker is in this movie?
Oh, Forrest. He's so dumb in it.
Yeah.
So dumb.
So stupid, and he's on the boats trying to chase him, and he can't balance, and his face just looks dumber.
But the thing is, he's supposed to be the smarter of the two detectives because he's constantly being steamrolled by the older guy who's his partner, who's a real piece of shit. It's such a fraudulent storyline to have these FBI agents or whatever they are, army guys or whoever, chasing him down when we don't entirely know why they want him back so bad.
They don't say anything. The only thing that we know is, where's Dukes? Sir, he escaped. God damn it! Get him back. That's the all of a movie full of exposition. That's all we know from him.
And then when they finally do find him, and he leads them on a chase through, I believe, all of China. And Forrest Whitaker and an old man keep up the entire time.
They're never far behind. But it's also because JCVD is kind of clowning the entire time. He's really having fun with him.
Oh, I would love it if somebody would just put yakety sax over that.
Oh my God!
So
please do that.
If one of you nerds could just take the chase scene and just put yakety sax over the whole thing,
Favor will do that.
That would be pretty terrific.
That would be amazing. Here's the thing about the two of them. They also hate Asian culture because when they're eating their Chinese food, they're like, no, this is...
Forrest Whitaker loves it.
Yeah,
Forrest
Whitaker's
Whitaker's
loves it.
so
the old guy
into it.
doesn't, and then the other Asian man comes and goes, I wouldn't eat that, and then they throw it to the dog, and the dog is like, no.
I thought the Asian man was saying I wouldn't eat here, and then Forrest Whitaker was like, pfft. But I couldn't make heads or tails of that scene.
It was tough.
They were I couldn't tell if they were because they're trying to be these idiots, but yet they always seem to get to where they need to go. They're not
I couldn't understand why the police chief was I felt like protecting Kumite. And then eventually is oh no, we got to take down Kumite.
Just shut down Kumite. It seems that would be the easiest thing to do.
You can't shut down Kumite, bro. Is Kumite real?
No.
Well,
am I to believe if Frank Dux is real?
Frank Dux, it is 100% real.
But he broke the rule by talking about it?
Well, he was actually a CIA operative that was told to enter into the Kumite.
He was ordered to?
Yes.
Ooh.
My involvement in the tournament was part of a plan launched in 1975 to infiltrate the criminal organizations that organize the Kumite. The original idea was to participate and make a few contacts. We initially assumed I would lose, but eventually I became one of the best Kumite fighters ever to participate in the event.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
So that is that.
So then the whole beginning is fabricated of him escaping because they sent him in.
Yeah, they didn't want to get into. They didn't want to Obviously, it's kind of that thing about when they don't want to expose the government. This is back in the time where films weren't trying to sell out the government. They were protecting it because obviously Kumite is where most of the criminal stuff was going down in the 80s. The biggest crime bosses were going to watch organized fighting in Hong Kong. No, they weren't. That's all a lie. Can we talk about the romance?
I was just going to say.
I feel like the romance was a real afterthought. He was let me go fuck up some dudes, and I'm gonna fuck this bad bitch. She was hot, though. She was, gorgeous.
She was foxy 80s lady.
I loved her.
They basically only met twice.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you can't fight in the Kumite, I love you. They were in.
Well, it's because they fuck, and she caught that dick game, and she was like, yes, I'm never letting that go. You can't go to Kumite.
He will split into my vagina
They
with
have,
that baby soft dick.
Paul, don't be so dirty.
I want to show.
They have what amounts to a one-night stand, and then have the most tender morning I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is like fingers entwined, like drinking each other in, like, and he basically is like, I gotta go to Kumite, babe.
And then she's like, okay, and then he arrives at Kumite, and seconds later, she is dolled up in a fucking dress with another dude. She's like, hey, I'm undercover. Wait, how the fuck did that happen?
Because I'm telling you, if that dick game is good, you will do anything to get it back.
Like, how many people is she blasting to try and get into Kumite? Is what I want to know. Like, I have concerns. That is questionable journalism. But she's gorgeous. I love her.
April, who puts together all of our clips, pointed out something here that I thought was interesting. She's like, if you watch this scene and you listen to it if you're at home right now or at work, wherever,
or on the subway,
or
in a
walking,
car, whether
whatever
you're
you're
on
doing,
headphones,
cleaning the house,
laundry. A lot of people doing laundry, listening to the podcast.
It seems as if this scene was shot when neither was in the same room, so the intensity of the conversation does not really match up. And if you view it like that, it's amazing. They're not, like, just think of them as not being there and not reading anything off of anyone. Like, here you go. It's self-explanatory. Here we go.
All those different fighters in one event. Sounds wild.
You have to see it to believe it.
Oh, come on, Frank. Couldn't you just get me in? I really want this story. It would mean so much to me.
They have strict rules. No press.
I bet we could think of something.
I doubt it.
You telling me you never break rules?
What do you want from me?
I'd really like you to help me get into the Kumite. More than that, I'd really like to get to know you. What do you really have on that?
Immediately they have fucked. It's morning. He's like, I'm late for Kumite, and then we get this beautiful buns.
Ready?
Buns.
3, 2, 1, and buns! Damn it. Buns!
Watching those buns.
Yeah, he's giving her a little treat.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit, but when Ray Jackson does knock out Chong Li, he parades around a little, like just wait until you win. Like, his epic, like, I guess they were like, we don't want to show him being a bad fighter. It was like, it's like the best, like, macho reasoning. It's like, well, look, he's not a bad fighter. Okay, yeah, but we got to make him lose. Right, okay, well, what if he wins? But then he's like too excited that he wins, and then he gets sneak attacked. Like, they had to, like, find this middle ground. It's like when Vin Diesel and The Rock fight. It's like they can't. Neither can win. Neither can lose. They just have to hit each other and then fall back 2 paces. Like, all right, next time. You know, it's like they're like.
Well, they also can't have Chong Li appear to be able to be beaten by Ray Jackson. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for him to go against JCVD.
But yeah, he does though. Like,
he does knock him down. But if Ray
Jackson just was like pop, he would have beaten him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he kept hitting him, he would have beaten him.
That's Paul's training coming through right there.
But it just seemed like Ray Jackson's thing was just to hit people in the head until they were unconscious.
And even Jean-Claude Van Damme was like, "What are you doing? Get back into it." That's my Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I liked it.
Should I put on an SNL reel? Was it good?
It is flawless. It is. For those people at home, they just were like, fuck, they got JCVD there? What, dude, are you fucking listening to this? Van Damme is there.
But he is literally, if you timed it, I would think his parading around the stage is like a good 30 seconds. Like, this turn around, like the ref. And these refs, come on, these refs are not doing
it's only one guy.
It's just one guy in a brown silk outfit.
Now, I will say, I'm stealing June's joke. I watched this with June, and she said, what are these refs watching for? It's no holds barred. Like, What are they?
Well, he
what are they
just-
going to stop the fight for?
He basically
nothing.
starts
They
the
kill
fight.
people. Oh yeah, but then they're like kneeling into it. Like you, like a lot of the times that ref is like, huh. Like what are they? Like, there's no.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're waiting for them to say that word. There's a word that
the mate.
Yeah, mate. So I guess they're waiting for that whisper.
But yet, fucking Chung Lee pulls out powder from his crotch in an
Crotch powder.
aggressive way.
Yeah, and nobody seems to care.
That ref is like, not on my way. Like, I don't care.
This episode of How Did This Get Made brought to you by Chung Lee Crotch Powder. And Squarespace. Are you building a website? Why not build a Chung Lee Crotch Powder website from Squarespace? Bonobos. Bonobos, the pants with built-in crotch powder.
But in all honesty, CISO, CISO.com.
CISO, bajillion-dollar property, Chung Lee
Portlandia
crotch
is
powder.
back. Funny for you at home, the audience has now probably heard 3 commercials that
I will say, I feel like so Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson. He hits Chung Lee. Chung Lee goes down. Ray Jackson has previously, as I've said to Chung Lee, "I'm gonna kill you." So then he starts parading around the stage, going, "Yeah, I killed him," and I was like, "Oh, he doesn't know what kill means." He thinks kill means I'm gonna knock you down, from which you can still get up. Because that's all that has happened. Chung Lee is not dead on the ground.
No.
Ray Jackson is, I killed him! I killed Jackson! And Chung Lee's just like on his knees, like looking at his bloody nose, like,
Oh no, he tastes that blood. He's like, I like my own blood.
Oh yeah.
That makes me hungrier.
It was pretty sad when Ray started the chant for his own name.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't catch on, and then literally had his head stomped in. It was like, oh.
The saddest moment in a Kumite fighter's life.
Do you think the Harley Davidson bandana was a product placement?
No, I think he brought that personal piece of wardrobe, and
Hey,
they were like, I don't know, that works.
Like, hey, we need to get you into wardrobe. Fuck no, I'm going as that.
Yep. I'm already in wardrobe, brother.
I didn't train for this movie, and I'm wearing my own shit.
Also, I am drunk. Who am I really fighting?
I do want to talk. I want to talk to the audience about what they think that we've missed here. But I do want to also bring up something that Nate, who was our researcher, Nick Kiley, brought up something. He is a third-degree black belt, and he says Nate, and he says not hard to do. You just practice and do your art. But he goes, I'm going to nerd out here about martial arts for a second. And this is about the beginning of the movie when Jean-Claude Van Damme is given the katana blade, which never comes into play.
Nope.
Ever.
But there is a sword ceremony at the end of the movie where I think he gets another sword.
Great.
Dude's just drowning in swords he never uses.
Just not it's like giving Jeb Bush a gun. Like, there's no reason to give it to him.
Wait, why? Why is it like that?
I don't know. Did you see that gun that Jeb Bush was like just playing with?
Just
his
a
name
ceremonial
and
gun?
Yeah, like here's a gun.
I thought you meant so that he could do something with it.
Oh, no. Technically, when you give a Japanese sword to someone, the blade must be facing toward you and upwards. This is to show respect towards the person accepting the sword. When you receive a Japanese sword, it's customary to turn the blade towards yourself when the other person lets go. If someone ever handed a real samurai sword with the blade facing towards the receiver, like he does to Frank in the movie, it would be considered offensive and hostile, and you would be justified in drawing that sword and killing the person who offered it to you.
How rad would that have been?
The rules and customs for sword etiquette in Japan can vary slightly depending on the region and style, but this is steadfast across the board.
Oh, man.
That would have been the best opening scene.
Yeah. Bloodsport.
All right, well, let's go into the audience here. Let's see if you guys have questions about Bloodsport, things that we might have missed, anything at all. Oh, let me get my stickers for you. All right, get those hands up. This movie was retitled many a time. It finally landed on Bloodsport, so I'm going to ask you also, what is your title for this film? Think about it for a second. I'm going to also ask you your name. You shouldn't have to think about that. And then your question. So here we go. So your name, your title, your question. Here we go.
My name is Camilla.
Welcome.
Is it Camilla Parker Bowles?
Be cool, Jason.
What?
Be cool.
CPB!
All right, here we go.
My title would be Bloodsport.
Ooh, great title.
Good title.
I just wonder if there's any significance to the fact that in Flashbacks, young Van Damme has very tall hair. But in current timeline, his hair is combed flat to the side like a 7-year-old boy on picture day.
His hair is, that's a great question. I'm gonna give you a sticker designed by Leanna Waldron. It says top butt and has a still from the great Wachowski brothers film that I forgot the title, Cloud Out, though, what was it? I forgot that movie. Jupiter Ascending. Yeah, his hair is perfectly coiffed like a little boy. Again, not to bring up my son, but when I comb his hair and he has no control over what I'm doing, that's what it looks like.
There's also, frequently, people refer to him as, like, being too young. Like, aren't you a little young to be in the Kumite? Or aren't you a little
No, that would be the thing that you would do, right?
And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, he's a grown man.
Kumite is an old man sport.
So maybe they were trying to say with the hair, like, oh, he's still like
He's still like a young boy.
yeah, or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's
that's a
makes sense.
typical military cut, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, if he really was in the military, he would have to have a military cut. He wouldn't have-
Regulation military haircut.
Yes, your name, your title, and your question.
My name is Kathleen, and Kumite, Kumite, Kumite.
I love it.
Don't try to
my
curry
question
favor with the audience, Colleen.
They tried. They were.
My question is, what career did you inherit from your father?
Ooh, oh yes, great question. You'll also get a sticker. This was commemorating when we were on Jeopardy. The reporter says, I was a good writer. My dad was a reporter, so I became a reporter, right? So what career did you inherit? I don't know if there's a good answers for us, but all right, that question bombed. I'm gonna take back that sticker. I thought that was a funny scene when the reporter justifies being a reporter.
She was, I mean, I would love to read the story she's written. You know, I would, and I hope that it's honest.
And they don't end up together. Jean-Claude,
no.
yeah.
The movie goes out on a symbolic bow between them.
Yep. Oh God, that's so sad. Just friends.
Yes.
She got friend zoned so hard. He got on a plane and fucking left her.
I would love
And
that
like,
to
no
be.
goodbye kiss.
No.
No.
I would love that to be the new way that you like end a one-night stand. Fist in palm, bow, and then leave.
Get on a plane, fly away.
Get in your Prius and just fucking hit the gas.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You guys tonight, some of you are on dates, you filthy weirdos. You're gonna sleep with each other. Some of you are never, it's not gonna happen again. Do you a favor, don't ghost the person. Just give them one of these. They'll know what it means. Let's make this a thing we do now.
And if you do
Oh,
do
is
it,
that where we're at?
report on it. Please report on it.
I just want to know, where's this going? Oh, fuck you. Oh, don't you ceremonially bow to me.
All right, sir. Your name, your title for Bloodsport, and your question.
My name is Trevor, and I think the title should be The Quest because it's the same exact plot as The Quest.
Ooh, good call.
Of which?
What?
Quest.
The Quest?
Yeah, The Quest, the Jean-Claude Van Damme film, The Quest.
Oh,
where he
I've not
enters
seen that one.
Oh yeah, you should watch that one. It's a good one.
Maybe he made multiple movies just in case you didn't see the other one.
It's kind of...
Like he had no realization of like VHS or anything. Like, I just keep on making these and just get the word out about this. Like, like he's like a stand-up. Like, yeah, I'm just doing a couple sets tonight. If you come to the Comedy Store, you come to the Improv, you'll see the same set, but you know, maybe you didn't see it.
Come to my house Friday. JCVD's coming to do one of his movies.
All right, your question.
So when the kid Frank breaks into like the house to steal the sword, he's wearing a San Francisco Giants hat and a New York Giants shirt. So like he's just a fan of the Giants in general. Like, where's the...
I will pull up a picture of that, which we have. But yeah, he is just a fan of Giants.
Yeah.
See a pic.
It's a
That
very
is
good eye. I
fantastic.
did not realize that.
I did not notice that.
It is, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That is awesome.
So there was no
I love
costume
big.
designers. Wear whatever you're wearing.
I love big things.
He must love that big guy. The guy who's like the Andre the Giant kind of fighter who just lumbers and swats.
Maybe that's why he likes Ray Jackson. If done in the correct Lord of the Rings kind of thing, he would look like a giant. He would look like kind of like the guy from Harry Potter, which I'm forgetting his name right now.
Hagrid.
Yeah.
I said it first.
We said it together at the same time.
Guys, let's all go to Universal Studios tonight.
Oh.
Wizarding World.
Hogwarts! Ooh, I want to be sorted.
Okay, here we go. Your name, your title of the film, and your question.
My name's Tim. The title is Kumite Terrible Acting.
Ooh.
Ooh, sick burn!
Sing! Sing!
No, so the title card at the end says that he has won the World Heavyweight Kumite Championship. To be heavyweight, you have to be over 200 pounds. That black guy's not 200.
We don't know that.
You're talking about.
Do you know the Kumite?
Regular yeah, like
Also,
Kumite
you don't
weight
know
classes?
how big Jean-Claude Van Damme is. You don't know him to scale. He's in the TV.
It also begs the question, are there different divisions of Kumite?
I think that is likely true. That was not represented in the movie.
I don't know
tiny
if
people are fighting
that
giants.
tiny little monkey man
Yes,
climbed that giant man.
Yep. That was my favorite fight.
It seems.
It was wild.
Yes.
It seems to me.
He scampers all over
Just
that guy.
scampers.
Like he's a goddamn playground.
Like, I almost thought, like, the Lion King music was gonna play. Like, no, He's like,
He moves like Rafiki.
Like he should live as a parasitic thing on the giant man.
yes.
You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
Master Blaster from Mad Max.
Yeah.
And then the way he gets defeated is he got hugged too hard.
Yep. Oh, so cute.
It was adorable.
Like those two walk away from Kumite best friends.
He just needed a hug. Maybe he just needed a hug to straighten his body out. He's like, oh, my back is really sore.
Yeah, maybe that's why he was so
that
hunched
thing.
over.
Well, that seemed to be the Giant's only move because he also hugs Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes.
Maybe he's just like a guy that loves too much.
Like those people you bump into Comic-Con that like hold up a really like ratty sign that says like free hugs.
Or he's like
Wait,
Lenny.
that's a real thing?
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Or he's like Lenny from Mice and Men, and they're like, you keep killing people. Get it, Kumite!
I would love Mice and Men 2, the Kumite.
I would have loved it if they had just been like, Lenny!
Kumite! John Malkovich. All right. Sir, your name, your title, and your question.
My name is Alan, and my title would be Kumitaint.
Ooh, nice.
Hey.
And my question is, at the end, did you, like me, think that Ray Jackson had his head crushed in by Chong Li and was dead, only to find him drinking a beer in the hospital?
Yeah, they really built, again, they whipped out from everything in that moment. That should have been like the Rocky IV Apollo Creed moment.
Yep.
Like Apollo dies and he has to go, but no, it's like, it just looked like he got a little cut on his head. It didn't even look that
And
bad.
they killed, and Chung Li killed an ancillary guy that we had no allegiance towards. He wasn't like a favorite of ours.
They were
But
like,
then after
sequel,
he kills
sequel.
that man, everyone turns their back on him, but then nothing else happens.
Yeah. They're basically like, essentially, Chung Li kills a guy in the ring. Everybody turns their back on him to basically be like, not cool, dude. And he's basically like, fuck you, I don't care, I'm Chung Li.
No, Chung Li does his silent yell. He doesn't know they're dead. He doesn't even know they're ringing the bell because he can't hear. He's like, oh, he's sleeping. Ma'am, your name, your title, and your question.
Anna, JCVD's Splits Extravaganza.
Ooh, nice.
And so this movie is very, very racist, just openly.
Hang on. Prove it.
But when we first see the journalist, and she's like, I know you're here for the Kumite. There's no other reason you could be here. She's just talking to two Asian businessmen in a Hong Kong hotel.
You're so right. Yeah, it's really racist, actually, yeah. You know, two things here. First of all, you know how Jean-Claude Van Damme got this movie? This is his first movie. Menachem Golem, who made this movie, made many of the films we've talked about in this podcast. The Apple, the list goes on and on.
Masters of the Universe.
Master of the Universe. Jean-Claude Van Damme saw him outside of a restaurant and went up to him, tried to did a split kick to his head, but missed him by an inch. And he was like, "You're in the movies, kid." That was it.
Really? That's all you gotta do?
Yep.
Almost kill someone, and then you get in the movies.
I can't wait to see Scott Rudin in public.
And then the question that I had was, who was this guy who was like, it seemed like everyone was at the Kumite without like an agent, but yet like the two American guys had this like, hey guys, what's going on? That guy, like, why was he what?
And
why
he was
the
like
agent?
part of their crew immediately.
Yep.
It was like, come on, you're my guys. Like as if they were all best friends, which was not the case at all.
Yeah, not at all.
They were acquaintances
But wait,
at best.
Did Ray Johnson, that's his name, right? Did he go to Kumite before? Is that ever explained? Has he been to Kumite?
I feel like he has been to Kumite.
He's been to Kumite. He says, I don't know if he competed, but he knows he was there when Chung Lee killed a guy last year.
Right, he saw that.
2 years ago or something. He saw that. I don't know if he fought, though.
Your name, your title, your question. Here we go.
My name's John. My alternate title is Girls Just Want to Have Buns.
Nice.
And my question is, isn't the guy that Chung Lee killed in the last Kumite Tanaka's son? I figured that was how he died.
Whoa! Wait. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
So when the
that
kid
explains
Does
a
that
lot.
add up? It doesn't add up, though. I don't think
it does
so.
add up, because then that's why Jean-Claude Van Damme has to go to Kumite to avenge the death of that
Holy
guy's
shit.
son.
I don't think so.
Wait.
That was...
And the kid says he's going to grow up, and when he gets beat up, he's
I'm away from him with the microphone. But yeah, that makes
Does anybody
sense.
know this? Is this a known? No.
Someone just said that's bullshit.
Here's what I think about that. I think that is such an interesting idea, but I don't think the timeline adds up.
No, because he was...
the kid is younger than JCVD, and
Right.
JCVD needs to be fully trained before he can even get to Kumite.
But he
Wait, when
was
did
very
he
young.
die? When
Oh,
did-
but yeah, he had to go in the army then too.
When did the son die? How old was he?
Years
Don't
and years.
know. Yeah, the kid was young.
I feel like years prior.
Yeah.
Maybe he went to Kid Kumite.
You're full of shit, sir. Yeah, that's like the heavy, lightweight Kumite.
Kid Mate?
Kid Kumite.
Kid Mate.
Kid Mate. Kid Mate. Kid Mate.
Ooh, let's do a remake of this movie with all kids. Shot for
I
shot.
would love this. The movie had 4 sequels. Bloodsport 2, the next Kumite, Bloodsport 3, no addendum, Bloodsport 4, the Dark Kumite.
I hope that's all black people.
That would be, I would legit not be surprised with with the casual racism of these movies.
The Jean-Claude Van Damme did not appear in any of the next Kumites, but there's a new Kumite coming.
Guys, we're not spoiling. This is, HDT. How did this get made exclusive? They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that there's a new Kumite.
And the title makes me so happy. Do you want to both of you just take a crack at the title, all right? So
Has anybody here said it tonight?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. So this will be Bloodsport 5.
Mm-hmm. You know what? It's a remake. I'll say that. It's a remake. It's not a sequel. It's a remake.
It's not. Is it a reboot?
Is there a star attached
Is
to it?
JCVD in it?
Is he in it?
No.
So it's not like.
I'm just
it's
gonna
not
let
like the
you.
Lux-
I'm
it's
gonna
not like-
give you guys this thing. I'm gonna say you are Hollywood executives. You have this property on your
Is it
desk.
Kumite Dux?
Okay.
That's good.
Really good.
That's very good.
That felt great.
Oh no, I don't have anything nearly as good.
All right.
We'll call it Kumite. We still Bloodsporting.
Both of you wrong.
Okay.
Both
Okay,
of you
wait.
great.
Let's keep going. Let's keep guessing for like an hour.
It is called Lady Bloodsport.
They missed a real opportunity to call it Cuntite.
What? Yeah, Cuntite.
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 They really missed the boat on that.
Lady Cuntite. Oh my gosh. The people for the next show. Lady
Bloodsport.
Oh man,
that is for
perfect.
sure like some sort of period situation. Lady Bloodsport.
Lady Bloodsport.
Colon, it's that time of the month. Everybody who listens to this podcast now start calling your periods
Lady Bloodsport.
I've got Lady Bloodsport this week.
Bloodsport's coming.
Oh, honey, I want to, but I've got Lady Bloodsport right now.
Oh God.
And then when you finish Lady Bloodsport, you put your hand in your palm, bow down. Bow to your tampon.
I hope Ronda Rousey's in it.
I mean, that's what it feels like to me. Like, they're like, Ronda Rousey, Lady Bloodsport.
Right?
That
Done.
feels
Yeah.
like done.
Ronda Rousey, Michelle Rodriguez.
That would be, I'm in. To Lady Bloodsport,
Gina Carano.
I'm fucking in. So
Fuck.
good.
Yes, Gina Carano is Ray Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She's like a wild card that can't be trusted. Ronda Rousey's JCVD.
Like, I kind of
but
feel like
less
Angelina
emotional.
Jolie could also pull off a cool-ass shit cameo in this, too. Like, she was also...
Is she in it?
I don't know.
Is this an exclusive?
No, we don't know. We don't know.
How did this get made exclusive?
All right, obviously, we had some opinions about this film, but now it is time to hear a different opinion. Obviously, you can go online. You can read about Frank Dux' opinion at slashfilm.com as he talks for 3 hours that Blake has edited down to a concise but yet enthralling piece. Also, if you feel like your voice has not been heard yet, you can call us up at 619 Paul, P-A-U-L, ask, A-S-K, and you can leave a message and we'll be playing these on our mini episodes. So if you feel like you need to get a word out, you need to ask a question, we'll do that. That's 619 Paul ask. But
You're so nice.
it's a lot of things to do.
Don't fucking call me.
They're not calling me.
Oh,
that's not my phone number. No. My phone number is not Paul ask. It would be awesome if it was.
It is Paul Ass.
It is, yeah. Because I love them buns, son. But now, obviously we had an opinion about this movie, but there are some people out there that had a different opinion. It is now time for Second Opinions.
Second Opinions.
Give it up! Amazing. Amazing. What are your names? Anne Louise and Christina, give it up.
Give it up.
Short, simple, sweet.
How long did you practice?
Walking up, you guys came up with that?
All right.
How about we put a little more work into it, guys?
Like I said, these are 5-star reviews pulled from Amazon. We'll get going right here with Kenneth Luang. He writes here, as a young and impressionable boy, this movie got me interested in martial arts. I would stand in front of the TV watching this movie trying to imitate all the moves I saw. Needless to say, I was the best fighter in first grade and performed...
Wow. Needless to say.
Perform many punches to kids' groins and spinning kicks to their faces while also breaking necks, Chong Li style. Okay, I'm kidding. But it does raise the issue of TV violence and its influence on children. Doesn't it?
That's a real turn that one takes.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Oh, man.
That guy can't figure it out.
No.
This one is probably my favorite one to date. 5 stars by David Worth, and it goes something like this. Of course I'm going to give Bloodsport a glowing review. I was a cinematographer. It was Jean-Claude Jean-Claude Van Damme's breakout film, and I was thrilled to be a creative part of it. It worked out so well that 2 years later, in 1988, I was once again back in Hong Kong with JCVD as the director of Kickboxer. The budgets of both of these films combined were less than $5 million. They still do a ton of business worldwide, became martial arts classics, and launched the career of JCVD. Not bad for the price. 5 stars.
Like, we really think about that. He's on Amazon writing reviews for movies he's worked on. Oh, Dave Worth. Come on, man.
This is 5 stars. Although the martial arts scenes are spectacular, this movie is really about what a man learned from his martial arts training. It's a true story of a man who had a critical juncture in time when most people would give up in despair, looked within, and found the necessary strength of spirit to face a deadly adversary. It's a story about the power of integrity and character, and well worth watching many times.
That was better written than the screenplay. That was so lovely.
And
I love that movie that person got so much out of the movie.
Yeah.
Pulled so much depth out of the movie.
When life gives you lemons, kick those
Go
lemons.
to Amazon.
Okay. This may be my favorite one, too. I have 2 favorites in this one. It is simply titled The Jean-Claude Van Damme Review Matrix. Who is he? Frank Dux, the American martial arts expert. Which family member or friend must be avenged? His friend Ray. Does he take his shirt off? He has his shirt off nearly the entire movie. Does he have sex with a C-list actress? Yes. It's cute but anonymous blonde. Is there a tournament? Only the baddest tournament in the world. Is training needed for the tournament? No, he's already awesome. Does he do splits in the training or in the tournament? Several times. Does he punch someone in the balls? Let's say he just puts an unfortunate sumo wrestler's balls about a foot higher than normal. Does he do a series of flying or 360 kicks? Yes, and no one dodges them. Is his enemy unbeatable? Chung-Li holds all the records and has killed people in the tournament and makes other black belts wet themselves. So yeah. Does he overcome an injury or hindrance? Yes, Chung-Li throws salt in his eyes and Dukes is blinded. Does he win? Not only does he win, but he forces Chung-Li to say mate. This one has it all, folks. It's JCVD's best movie. So I love that this is how you have to review every one of his movies with these 12 questions.
That's amazing.
They are amazing. That is the best way to review a JCVD movie. Holy shit. Well, for those at home, a simple Google search will show you Frank Dux, and for you here at the audience, you can see him up close right here.
Great.
That is Frank.
He looks awesome.
He does look awesome.
He's amazing.
I bet he's got great buns.
One thing about him is that he changed his name from Frank Ducks to Dukes because he had too many people making fun of his name.
Oh, no.
Not cool. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy. All right, well, I feel like we talked about everything.
He does the coin trick in the bar.
Oh, the coin trick.
Oh, the coin trick was good. Because not only did he take the coin, he replaced the coin with another coin.
Yeah.
That's a straight up magic trick.
Yeah. Magic Castle.
I do want to show this one piece. You can't really get the full idea of it, but this is pretty amazing. April found this. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme doing an interview in a gym. And for those at home, just know that they're both doing sit-ups while the questions are happening. So I'm going to fast forward this first part, and here we go.
And the interviewer does not look... The interviewer does not look happy to be doing this.
So here we go.
So Jean-Claude, how did you get in with Canon Films?
In Bloodsport?
Yeah.
It's a funny story. I always want to meet Menachem Golan because, he's #1 action film in the States right now, especially on karate, ninja film and everything.
They're doing
So I call Canon and I say, I've got an important meeting with Menachem. He knows me, I'm leaving tomorrow for France. And I didn't tell the truth, by the way, but Menachem is a very curious person. So I said, who's that guy? You know me? I don't know him. I want to see that guy. So when I met him the first time, I did my split.
He's just
doing expensive right now. Take me now. He said, you got it.
I highly recommend that you find the workout.
I've never seen a man happier bouncing up and down in a split.
His butt was psyched. You can find it on VanDamme'sFans.com. Fans with a Z. Damn Van Damme fans.
Do you have? I will say this. Oh, can you click on Kumite song, please?
Yes, sure.
Because this song. I will for real work out to this song.
It's amazing.
This song is awesome.
It does not fit the movie at
all.
all.
It doesn't.
And I watched
aggressively against the movie.
Yep, and I watched it with because I watch everything now with subtitles on, I guess. And the lyrics are cuckoo bananas. Like T to B, like nuts. They're great. Please dig in on those.
Kumite. Well, this has been a great deconstruction of Bloodsport. Jason?
I don't have anything to plug, but I would like to take this moment to address a controversy.
Oh, this is very
that
good.
exists currently. This is one of those moments where I'm like so happy I'm not on Twitter. During the Covenant episode, I mistakenly identified the town of Ipswich as being on the South Shore. Now, no doy, Ipswich is a North Shore town. I know this to be true. I played soccer in Ipswich, against Ipswich. I broke my leg on an Ipswich soccer field. But I totally had a brain fart, guys, and I fucked it up. So my apologies to all the fucking assholes who are like losing their minds that I misidentified it. What?
The South Shore assholes?
To the people who are like, fuck you, you don't know where Ipswich is, you're
By the
a
way,
piece of shit.
You don't have Twitter, I do.
Yep.
So because of that, I got all of that Ipswich anger with maps and fucking pointers. Like, you tell Jason.
They are all 100% right. My sincerest apologies to the North Shore awesome people of Ipswich. Fuck you, South Shore still. But that's all me. I fucked up, guys. I really fucked up.
Well, thank you for
I'm
manning
genuinely
up and saying
so
that.
sorry. Please forgive me. I was on my Lady Bloodsport.
This show.
That's how you use it in a sentence.
This show could not be done without some amazing help. Obviously, July up in the booth. Everybody here at Largo. April Halley, who put together all of our clips. Go to Movie Bitches on YouTube to watch a very special JCVD expose of his buns. Nate Kiley, who gave us all that amazing sword research. Marissa Zeitz, Leanna Waldron designing all those great stickers. Everybody at Earwolf, and you for coming out to this live show. Thank you all for coming. Good night.
Kumite, 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 Kumite.